Erling Haaland spent 2 years at Borussia Dortmund tearing it up. And to be fair, there are not going to be many like him out there. There is a question of if Dortmund will ever get another forward as prolific as the Norwegian. Thankfully, they already have a replacement in their youth ranks. Youssoufa Moukoko. Hello and welcome back. Today we'll prove to you why Dortmund were confident enough to let Haaland go without breaking a sweat. Before we go on, please don't forget to like this video as we bring you quality content once again. Erling Haaland left Borussia Dortmund for Manchester City in 2022, and they announced Karim Adeyemi almost immediately. Red Bull Salzburg must have developed phone call anxiety by now, as Dortmund always fished for players from the club. Contrary to what they may think, Dortmund did not exactly buy Adeyemi to replace Haaland. In fact, the club expressly stated that it was Jadon Sancho they were looking to replace when they scouted and signed Adeyemi. People mistook the signing simply because Adeyemi is a versatile forward and has been used down the center many times for Salzburg. But Dortmund intend to use him in his preferred wing position. It then begs the question, who replaces Haaland? The answer to that question has been at the club all along. It's Youssoufa Moukoko, Dortmund's 17-year-old prodigy. A 17-year-old is too young to lead a team's attack, you might say. But Haaland was already tearing it up in the Europa League at that age and in the Champions League at 18. And then, when he went to Dortmund, Haaland saw Moukoko and had to admit, this kid was special. He even called him the biggest talent in the world. In fact, Barcelona had done all they could, and were even close to getting Moukoko to join their La Masia Academy. Moukoko is a Barcelona and Lionel Messi fan, so the talks were going smoothly. Luckily for Dortmund, Barcelona are not the best run club in the world, despite being one of the biggest, so they were able to keep their youngster. Don't want to just take Haaland's word for it? Or you think Barcelona just going for another overrated teenager? Keep watching. First, let's learn a little about how Moukoko came to be at Dortmund. Moukoko was born in 2004 in Yaoundé, the capital city of Cameroon, and was raised by his grandparents in the district of Brekideri. He lived there until he was 10, and then his father Joseph, who lived in Germany where he played second division football and shuttled between the two countries with his family, sent for him when he got wind of his son's love for football. They settled in Hamburg, and Moukoko joined the academy of FC St. Pauli. After dazzling and scoring tons of goals in the under-13 and under-15 teams of St. Pauli, Dortmund won the race to sign him in 2016. He did his thing and was soon too much to handle for his teammates in Dortmund's youth setups. He scored 40 goals in his first season at Dortmund as a 12-year-old, playing among players who were older than him by at least 3 years. His opponents in the junior Bundesliga suffered at his hands too. From age 13 to 15, Moukoko was already a staple in Dortmund's under-17 and under-19 teams. He absolutely obliterated every opposition he played against. Overall, he scored a ridiculous 141 goals in 88 youth matches, and Dortmund could not wait to move him up to the senior team. To put how much Dortmund wanted Moukoko on their first team into perspective, he was registered for Dortmund's 2020-2021 season a few months away from his 16th birthday. He had to wait 4 months until he was 16 to play in the Bundesliga. They gave him Lars Ricken's number 18 shirt, showing how much they had faith in him. Moukoko was already training with the first team as a 15-year-old, and as soon as he clocked 16 in November 2020, he was given a run on the first team. He played as many as 15 Bundesliga games as a 16-year-old, breaking a number of records along the way. Moukoko landed in the Bundesliga with a bang. In only his second ever game, he scored a stunning goal to become the youngest goal scorer in the history of the German top flight. Dortmund lost the match, but the young striker had done his bit to tell the big boys he was ready to play. Regardless, Haaland was already the biggest prospect in the league, and in the world at the time. Yet, Haaland never stopped praising him when they played and trained together on the senior team at Dortmund. Another thing which should definitely worry the rest of the Bundesliga. For context, Haaland was only 19 at the time, 3 years older than Moukoko. At a preseason camp before the 2020-21 season, when Moukoko was officially registered as a first-team player, Haaland said, "Moukoko is much better than I was at his age. I've never seen such a good 15-year-old in my life. The advantage for him is that he's already playing for Dortmund at the age of 15. At his age, I was still playing for my hometown of Brine." After watching the lad on his debut, Haaland said, "I think he's the biggest talent in the world right now. He's 16 years and 1 day old. That's amazing. He has a big career ahead of him, and we're lucky to have him." Moukoko also spent 2 seasons as Haaland's deputy. Two of the world's scariest young strikers playing together on a team that thrives on developing young talents can only mean scary hours for every other team. For some reason, Moukoko has not caught the eye of Marco Rose. Yes, he's played a few games under Rose as manager, but everyone expected him to actually deputize for Haaland. There was no better time to get him acquainted to the biggest stars than when Haaland was out injured. Rose thought differently and only used Moukoko in dire occasions. Injuries played a small role in his absence, but Rose still did not consider using him any time he was fit. Still, Moukoko was able to play 16 Bundesliga games in the current campaign, just like in the 2020-21 season. Those games will surely count as he gathers experience. Dortmund still value the striker highly, and it's evident to see. With Haaland gone and Adeyemi brought in to play his preferred wing position, the next in line for the club's number 9 shirt is surely Moukoko. Moukoko still has some growing up to do, both physically and as a footballer. At the time of this video, he stands 5 foot 10 inches and could hit the 6 foot mark by the time he's 19. There's no better time than now to unleash him on the world than after Haaland's exit, so that he can continue from where the Norwegian stopped. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep enjoying our content. Don't forget to turn on the notification icon so we can let you know when the next video drops. Bye for now.